Lighthouse has been around for 15 years, was built in Oakville from the ground up with just one children's group in a church basement by a fabulous woman, a remarkable woman, Jo Fallon. And Jo recognized that children who have lost an immediate family member needed to have grief support. And it was gradually built over 15 years to today, where we are in this little lighthouse that we have rented for the past 10 years. That is now full to capacity, where we run groups every night of the week for children, as before, but also for teens, for tweens, for their adults, for the family members in their life. And we are bursting at the seams. What we do here at the Lighthouse was inspired 15 years ago when our founder went to a very special place in Portland, Oregon, called the Dougy Center.
We are excited to be able to share our model because we would like every grieving child to have someone to walk beside them in their grief, and that they don't ever have to grieve alone. That's one of our philosophies, our beliefs. We've trained, or our model is being used in some ways in over 500 programs across the United States and the world. So we have trained a lot of people in a lot of different countries to be able to learn about the model so that they can take it into their communities and be able to support the children.
And all of our staff have been trained by the Dougy Center.
Here at the Dougy Center, they have a lovely teen space where teens are able to talk and to congregate, and then also to spend some of that very valuable free time to socialize and make connections with each other.
We need a new facility. Growth is vital for several reasons. One is that we just cannot put more people into our small little lighthouse. It's tiny. We had 200 people through the door last year, and many of them had been waiting for quite a while. Secondly, we are open-ended. If somebody needs to come back because all of a sudden this child that was 6 is now 8 or is now 12 and understands the loss in a completely different way. And thirdly, we have only just scratched the surface. If people started talking about us more, we could easily be double the size. And the last reason why we really need a bigger space is that as much as this space has been our home and has been wonderful, the groups have become bigger. Having a bit of space, personal space, is really important. So for all of those reasons, a bigger space would allow us to increase our capacity, to really increase the number of families that we support. Our expertise is here, the space is not.
I don't know where we would be if we didn't have the Lighthouse to go to. I really don't know where Anthony would be. My concern has always been for his welfare and to provide him with an opportunity to be around other kids who've gone through the same thing. Sometimes you don't necessarily need to talk. Just being close to someone that you know has gone through the same thing is more than enough comfort. And so the Lighthouse has definitely brought a lot of comfort to both of us.
A lot of people have identified, a lot of organizations have identified investment in children's mental health as an enormously important issue for our society. But if you think of that as a societal investment in somebody's future, it's very little over a lifetime. Imagine that child dropping out of school. Imagine that child becoming an adult who doesn't feel like they fit in society and all of a sudden becoming violent or destructive, not engaging with peers, not able to engage in a work community, not able to nurture relationships, thinking of self-harm, being on antidepressants, eating disorders. What does that cost us as a society? Our dream, our vision for the future is a house in Oakville that can accommodate 400 participants a year directly in group support. So we would double the number of people in our support. And what we see is a place that looks and feels like home.